I'm in the process of buying my very first house as a 28-year-old with no kids and not married. I close in 7 days and I am so nervous and I want to back out. It is literally way too late in the process for me to back out. Yeah, I'm gonna be house poor. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna afford food. I don't know how I'm gonna afford gas. I don't know what I'm doing. Who let me do this?
This is heartbreaking. You've got a young woman who is trying to do the responsible thing and buy a house because that's what she's been told. And now she's looking at it after she's too deep in, because at this point, she's right, it's pretty impossible to get out without some financial repercussions. But I'm wondering if anybody explained to her the difference in renting versus owning, not only right now, but over time. So when I have a buyer I'm working with and they're in a situation like hers, we're doing a rent versus buy comparison so that they can make a better financial decision on today and tomorrow. Like, one thing that she might not be thinking about is how that rent payment is going to go up next year and a year after and a year after that. Another issue I've got with this is she's afraid of being house poor. That means she's probably on the threshold of qualifications from a debt to income ratio perspective. I've only had in my life one buyer that I was really nervous about what they could afford. And that's because I asked a question that a lot of lenders don't ask, don't want to ask, and that is, do you have any other major expenses that are not showing up on your credit report? They had childcare. And when I looked at their childcare expenses, I then calculated their actual take-home pay and their monthly liabilities. I realized this couple didn't have two nickels to rub together. And although they qualified for the mortgage, if anything happened, if their car needed new tires, I don't even know how they'd afford an oil change for their car. So I actually went through their budget with them. Legally, I cannot tell someone I wouldn't get a loan if I were you. But what I can do is I said, let's just go through your budget. And I said, hey, by the way, if you needed tires, where would you get the money? And their answer was, well, we wouldn't have the money. We'd have to put it on a credit card. But if you had 5 expenses over the entire year, all of them are going over the credit card. So then I just asked the question, is now the best time for you to buy a house? And although I lost a loan on that, fortunately it was with the realtor has impeccable integrity. I explained the situation to the realtor and the realtor actually thanked me. If I had helped this couple buy a house and they had to foreclose on it in the future because they couldn't pay their bills, I would have felt horrible. I really appreciate you watching out for my buyer's best interest and not your own. So for this girl, it's really going back to, did anybody go over her total expenses and her budget with her? I'm guessing no. Did anybody explain to her the issues with being right on the line when it comes to debt to income ratio? Probably not. And did anybody explain to her the rent versus own comparison today and looking into the future? The answer is probably not. If you have these concerns, or you're a realtor builder and you've got buyers that have these concerns, send them our way. It is a lot more effort to go through this, but it's the right thing to do. I want to make sure that I'm giving you advice that helps you make wise financial decisions, but you'll get the information you need today to make the best decision for your family. And if that's what you want or need, please reach out. We'd love to help you.